I feel like a
All right.
giant with the world's
So-
smallest microphone.
The smallest microphone. So we have Chris, Nat, and Maggie here. We're podcasting them today because they qualified for something pretty freaking awesome, the HYROX World. So, congrats, guys, first off. I want to know, so Chris, I think you qualified a little while ago, right? It was not the Ottawa one that qualified you.
No, I qualified in Toronto last year for the mixed doubles division, and then earlier this year in Vegas for solo men. So I qualified for 2 races.
So
Yeah.
you're doing 2 when you go out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you guys did qualify in Ottawa as a team of 2, right? So for people that don't know, I guess the difference. So HYROX obviously is one race. Chris is doing individual. What does that mean for team? How does that work?
We still do all the runs together, but we get to share all the stations. And we also get to suffer together, which I prefer, honestly. Yeah.
For sure.
And we qualified age category. So there's pro women, pro men, then age category, then mix. There's adaptive, like there's all kinds of categories. And Maggie and I qualified in the 45 to 49 because it's the average age, and you're qualified in the 30 to 35.
40 to 44.
Awesome. And so where are you guys going for this world?
It's in Stockholm, Sweden, and the event is actually held at the Strawberry Arena. So that is the stadium that they use for like their 60, 80,000 people for like soccer games and stuff. And it's like if you were in Ottawa, you go down where the Senators play, but bigger. So we're pretty excited for that.
So it will be huge.
Yeah.
And when exactly is that?
2 weeks? Yeah. 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks out. Yeah.
Very soon.
Yeah.
And do you guys know if there's a way for people to watch that?
They live stream the Elite 15, so the top 15 men and the top 15 women is always live stream. There's no live stream for age group, but they have a YouTube channel, HYROX.ca, HYROX.com, and on the YouTube channel they'll be showing snippets of the event all weekend long anyway.
Okay, awesome. Now, let's talk about the prep leading up to you guys qualifying. So specifically to you, Chris, I guess, what was the prep? Was it just, oh, I'm going to try it and see what happens, or did you prep for it?
The first one I did 2 weeks of training, and I went into it because I was training for powerlifting nationals. And one of the members, Matt Benoit, was like, hey, you should try this event. I've seen it out there. You might like it. I looked at it. I said, looks like fun. I said, well, I got powerlifting. As soon as powerlifting got done the next day, like I was at nationals, the next day I ran 4K. I was like, I don't even know if I can run. And then as I went to it 2 weeks later, I competed. I did way better than I thought I would. And I was like, this is a lot of fun. I want to do more of this.
Okay. And you guys?
Well, so for me, I followed the same path as Chris. So I was doing powerlifting, and then, I don't know, when was it? In April, I guess? You had the great idea of, oh, Maggie and Nat, you could probably race doubles, and you could probably do good. I said, okay, whatever. But I was still doing powerlifting until mid-March. And then I guess National was on the 11th of March, and the 12th of March, I just pivoted to HYROX, and I've been training HYROX since then. So that's how I started. And HYROX Ottawa was my first race. It was great to do with Maggie. At least we suffered together.
So I started about a year and a half ago. I wanted to get better at the mental side of CrossFit because I knew HYROX was going to be really, really hard for me, especially the running part. So that's kind of how I got into it. Kind of liked it. It was a lot of fun. Chris and I got to spend a lot more time together, which was really nice, even though it's me just chasing him as we run. I did a few solos. They were pretty good, and then I thought it'd be fun to do it with Nat. So we put our name down for the pro doubles, and it worked out really well for us. So I'm happy.
So what I'm hearing is that if you want to qualify for Worlds, you need to do powerlifting first.
Yeah.
Does help.
Oh my God.
Got to be strong.
Yeah. Powerlifting is the complete opposite. Like, you lift heavy, you sit. HYROX is you don't lift heavy. Well, you push kind of heavy, but you don't sit. Like, you're moving for an hour, 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah. So very opposite. You guys are just two well-rounded athletes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, shifting to now, I guess you guys qualified not too long ago. So how is the prep going for what's what has changed prepping for the Worlds?
Well, Nat and Megs are actually like a really solid team, and people aren't aware of this when you do teams. You don't want to have someone really strong in one area and someone weak in the other, and then complement each other that way. You want your partner to be as strong and as fit as you, and they're pretty on par with almost everything. And they've partnered so much in CrossFit together. They kind of know where each other is at all times, so they can both go as hard as possible the whole time. And that what makes them a really good team. So all the training from now until the Worlds is like improve your fitness a little bit. We only got a few weeks, but maybe just like own the transitions a little bit better, and then show up and just go as hard as you can, and they'll be fine with that. But again, all the background they've had together kind of led to them destroying. Even in Ottawa, they destroyed the stations. They were a little slower on the runs, so they would be like behind on the run and then destroy the station and catch up. Behind on the run, destroy the station. And they were just so powerful on the stations that they ended up actually winning their division by 3 minutes. And 3 minutes in HYROX is a huge gap.
Yeah, for sure.
When a lot of times podium spots I've lost a podium spot by 1 second, right? So when you beat someone by 3 minutes, like it's a pretty big win.
Yeah, for sure. And how about you for training solo? Like, obviously you're training with them most of the time, but has that changed?
Yeah, I mean, I train a lot alone, so it's nice to get to jump in and do sessions with them and stuff. And every aspect of HYROX, there's a positive and there's a negative. I just train all my negatives as much as I can so I can kind of bring them up. And I started doing track and field last year to improve my running. And the strength was never really a huge issue because of the powerlifting background. But then when I went to the pro division where all the weights are way heavier, I had to change how I trained to handle those with the runs and stuff. So, yeah, that's it.
Now, on the last note, if there's anyone watching wanting to either do their first HYROX or compete in the Worlds one day, like where does someone start? What's the best starting point?
Obviously, because it's an 8K total run. If you're not great at running is it would be the first thing to focus on. I think the other thing to really focus on is the mental aspect of HYROX. Because once you get in the pain cave and you've hit that pain cave 15 minutes into the HYROX, you still have maybe 45, maybe an hour of living in the pain cave for that time. So being comfortable, being uncomfortable, and knowing that, yes, there's going to be an end to the pain, but just to be able to go through it. That's what I would focus on.
Awesome.
Well, I think what is really cool about HYROX too, and kind of goes in this, it's for every body. Anybody can do it. The barrier to entry is really low in terms of skill. So it's really good for anybody that's interested in getting into fitness to go to it. And it's not like a 10K run, or I think, it doesn't appeal to everybody all the time. But the 1Ks, they're broken up with the stations, and you get to express a little bit of the strength, a little bit of skill with the wall ball and ski. Like, these things do have skills with them, but you get to do a little bit of running and everything, and you kind of all together. The vibe is the thing that brings me back every time. It's just so much fun. There's tons of people there. People are doing it their first race, their 50th race, and the energy there is just incredible, like nothing I've ever experienced before.
Yeah, very impressive. There's a DJ?
Yeah, there's always at every sanctioned event, there's a DJ running it. So as you're getting towards the end, like you hear him, he's spinning tracks. They'll call out your name sometimes. Oh, so-and-so's on the wall balls, right? And it really does amp you up. So I like the DJ personally.
Chris does it just for the DJ.
It's for the DJ.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. And we'll for sure be watching, rooting for you guys. And we'll keep the members posted on what's happening out there. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you.